discuss today. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Lady Shanelle, and I am the founder and really the founder and of Crisis and Beyond Consulting. As a family coordinator, I am. Um, I love being able to be a part of families. I love helping parents who particularly may be in high conflict situations develop peaceful conversations and peaceful connections to co-parent their children. And so I help families in high conflict develop strategies for unity and for connection. So I'm excited to talk about a lot of the questions that you all ask me sometimes on social media about how to navigate the life of a blended family. And blended families are popping up more and more and more every single day. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. I encourage and I'm excited when people choose love and when people who may have been devastated by divorce or maybe become a widow or widower and they decide to keep pursuing love. And fortunately, it brings a family together. It probably makes the family bigger. Unfortunately, sometimes that can also bring conflict. And so, my job as a family consultant is to help families discover ways to um, find peace and to create peace within their families. And so, today we're going to talk about when is the right time or when should a step parent get involved. And really, this conversation is about all third parties because sometimes it's not even the step parent who's the problem. It's the extended family, it's the auntie, it's the uncle, it's the previous grandparents, it's the in laws. Like, it takes a village, right? It takes a village. And I truly want to believe that all the people involved who are talking the loudest love the children, right? However, their expression of it may look otherwise because they are keeping up conflict and it is not in it's not helping the children. It is not furthering that relationship. It's just the focus is on the conflict instead of what's best for the child. And so a lot of times that's what I'm trying to reframe and realign people's focus is what is best for this child. You guys arguing is not what's best for this child. It's in fact drawing a lot of chaos. It's bringing a lot of confusion to the family. And of course, that's not what's best for the child. So today we're going to talk about when should the third party get involved. That is including the bonus parent, the step parent, if you want to call it a step parent, the meemaw, the nanas, the aunties, the uncles, the cousins, all the people who feel like they have a say in this child's life. When should they be involved? Well, there's a few things to consider. First of all, when it's necessary. Okay. Sometimes people insert themselves unnecessarily. Have you ever had that that person in your life who just needed a friend, right? It was their need, but they made it seem like you needed them, right? And so it was unnecessary for them to do all of that because you didn't need them to do all of that, but they needed some responsibility. They needed something to latch onto or to glom onto, and they chose you. And they making it seem like it's your problem when it wasn't necessary for them to be even involved in your life in the first place, right? So be aware that people will insert themselves in your life without your permission. And you have to have the fortitude and the courage to not allow that. Especially when it comes to your children. You are the primary protector of your children. And so when people bring themselves or insert their opinions or insert their beliefs or insert themselves in some kind of way into your child's life, into their perspective unnecessarily because you're doing a great job as a mom and a dad, you have to step up and say when it's necessary or when it's not necessary. Okay. So, first of all, let's just be clear. The person who we're talking about, should they be involved? Is it necessary for them to be involved? Right. And so, for a lot of us, we do need assistance. We do need help. We do believe in the village. Right. And so, that village can be your neighbor. That village could be the pastor. That village could be the youth pastor. That village could be the teacher. That village could be your counselor. That village could be your family consultant. Okay? Village isn't just for people who are connected to you by blood. And oftentimes, it's the people who are connected to you by blood who's causing the chaos in the first place. I know y'all don't like that. I'm going to say it again anyway. A lot of times, the people who's kicking up the chaos in your life is your flesh and blood. So you have to invite people like me, invite people on the outside to come in and help navigate and be part of the village for your children. So, first of all, is it necessary? Number one, I'm going to share with you 5 reasons or 5 times when a third party is should be involved, and when to include them. We're talking about including them in physical activity. We're talking about including them in scheduling. We're talking about including them in their opinion and asking for advice. We're just including these people because sometimes we don't have all the answers and we can't be everywhere at one time, especially if you have more than one child, right? I often speak from a place of having one because I only have one biological child. But some of you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kids, right? So laugh out loud, okay? So you have soccer practice over here, cheerleading over here, band camp over here. Like you can't be in everywhere at once, right? And so you need help. You need people to get your kids where, and they want to. So in this case, it is necessary to include other people to assist, right? And so let's talk about the step parent because that is one of the most commonly asked questions because sometimes a co-parent don't want the other step parent to be involved, or they have questions about the other parent being involved in that other parent's opinion and that other parent's input. So first of all, think about, is that step parent responsible? Do they communicate? Okay, because there are instances where the step parent is so excited to be involved, but we don't even know that y'all went to Chick-fil-A after picking them up from school. Like my kid may be allergic to chicken and you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? So so is that parent or the third party responsible? Number 2, are they teachable? Do they get upset because you are explaining a way that you do things and they want to do it their way. So they're not teachable. That's probably not a good person to be a part of the village. Okay. So that number 1, are they responsible? Are they teachable? Number 3, are they accountable? This kind of goes back to the responsibility, but accountability goes a little bit deeper. I believe accountability also includes them being accountable for what they do, being accountable for when they've said something or when they've communicated or when they just accountable. I mean, there's so many ways to be accountable, especially when it comes to our children. So being accountable. Sometimes our children will share things with the step parent or the third party that they won't share with us. I know your kids are perfect and they don't ever do this. But the reality is kids will talk to who they feel safe with. Kids will talk, our children will talk to the one who probably feel like they can get away with a little bit something. Like I'll give you an example. There's something that my son wanted to share. He felt safe with me and his father. However, the first person he told was not me or his father. The first person he told was his stepmom. Now, the reason he probably told his stepmom first is because she's necessary in his life. Number 2, because he felt safe with sharing that with her. She's created a safe emotional space for him to feel safe. And number 3, she's not as connected to him to freak out immediately when hearing what he had to say. However, she was accountable enough to say, I hear you, and I think we need to share this with your parents. Okay, so let's talk about a time when we're going to bring this to the table so everybody that loves you, the closest people that love you, are involved, and they can help shed some light and give you advice and give you some perspective. So she was accountable in the fact that she heard them, but she was also accountable in the fact that she said, I'm a safe place for you, but this is some information your parents need to know, and you need to be the one to tell your parents. Wow, chef kiss. I can't ask for anything more, right? So I love that in this space, in that space, and in that sensitive moment, she was accountable enough to say, I'm a part of the village. So I'm not going to abuse my position in the village though, because there's people higher up, the powers that be in this village. I'm not gonna lose my rank with them. I'm not gonna lose just because you tell. Listen, I'm gonna know. I know where I belong in this village, and I'm gonna be respectful, which is number 4. I'm gonna be respectful enough in this village, where my position is in this village, to advise you and to make and hold you accountable for communicating. I'll facilitate. I'll do what I need to do, but this is a conversation that the powers that be in this village need to know, right? Wonderful. Okay. So when you are dealing with someone in your village who does not know where their rank is, it may be a grandparent. Some of y'all nanas be out of line. Okay. um, the nana, you need to know where your place is in the village. And if your grandchild shares something with you, or you are aware of something that the powers that be in the village don't know about, it is not your job to hold to hold their secret, especially if it's something that can be hurtful for them, right? Now, yes, nanas, y'all got secrets, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if it's something involving their safety, involving their health, involving their future, I mean, something that could be damaging, you need to let the parents need to know. Okay, so nanas, we love you. Yet at the same time, you got to understand where you fit in the village, and if you abuse that power and you abuse that position in the village, parents, you need to be able to take that position away. And I'm not saying they can't be the nana. What I'm saying is you've got to be responsible and courageous enough to say, okay, nana, you was wrong here, and we got to make some adjustments, until you can take accountability for you overstepping in the village. We got to make an example out of you, nana. Like, okay, so I know y'all nanas ain't gonna like, but it's the truth, okay? Because at the end of the day, God gave us our children for a reason, and He gave you your children for a reason, okay? And you did a great job raising your children, so let us do a great job raising ours. So, moving on. So, respecting your position in the village. They have to show that they can be respectful of their place in the village, where they can support. Maybe I'm not saying agree with everything you do, parents, but be respectful that you are the parents of the village, not them. Come on, aunties, uncles, cousins. You're not the parent in the village. Parents are the parents in the village. Okay. And I'm speaking from regular cases. I know there's some different cases out there. I'm not talking about that right now in this video. I may do another video about that. But in this particular video, the parents are the parents, and aunties, uncles, you are the aunties and the uncles. Okay. And then lastly, number 5, supportive. Okay. Supportive of the co-parenting relationship is what I mean by that. Sometimes there can be step parents, bonus parents, aunties, grandparents, whoever, that are responsible, they're teachable, they're accountable. They may even be respectful of you, but they're not respectful of the other parent. Okay. So they're not supportive of the co-parenting relationship that you're trying to build. And you move down a couple of notches in the village, because I need you to be all 5. Okay, I'm gonna need you to be all 5. And it doesn't mean that you're out of the village or kicked out completely out of the village. It just means that you're not part of the inner court of the village. Okay, and so I'm trying to use language that I guess we all can relate to, in making sure that this is a good visual for you all to understand. you can still be auntie, you can still be uncle, you can still be cousin or whoever you are. It just means you're at a lower rank in the village. You're a part of the village. You're just at a lower rank because I shouldn't have to explain to you every single day why my child's mother or father is in their life. Like, we are beyond that. I have made a decision that I want to include the father or include the mother in the affairs of our children. And I got to fight with you. I don't. I'm not doing that. I'm not setting. I'm already battling trying to co-parent. Let alone I ain't got to battle with you. I don't got to. I don't got to tussle with you. Okay. So you're going to be at a lower rank. Okay. So they got to be all five. They got to be responsible, teachable, accountable, respectful, and supportive of the co-parenting relationship. That means we're not going to badmouth the other parent. We may not agree with the other parent. We may be there to help you vent or to be there as a listening ear if you are venting about the other parent. But baby, we're not gonna do is sit up there and just chime in and just call you every day and chime in and badmouth the other parent. Like that's not what, and we certainly are not gonna do it in front of the child. Oh, if you do it in front of my child, now you got to get kicked out because that's what we're not going to do. Okay. Especially if I'm trying to build a healthy co-parenting relationship. I'm trying to build a healthy child. First of all, emotionally healthy child who loves both his mom and his dad. Okay. So we need third parties to include, first of all, be necessary, but also be responsible, teachable, accountable, supportive, and respectful. All right. If they're missing any of these 5 points, you're gonna have to take some rank. Okay, you're gonna have to take some rank. But if they have all five, all five, then yeah, they can be a part of the inner court of the village. Okay, they can hear your plans with your children. They can probably be invited to the birthday party. They can be invited to the graduation. They can be invited to the family things because they are truly supportive of what you're trying to build as a working and effective co-parenting unit. All right. Now, with step parents, again, we can't choose who your ex marries, right? We can't choose who they marry. But what we can do is observe the wins, WINS. We can observe those wins and give grace accordingly. Now we can't control what they do when they're at the other parent's house and all of that stuff. But what we can do, if we have done our job as a great co-parent, is have these discussions with the other parent so that we can all be aligned and on the same page when it comes to how the village looks, how the village is built, and how effective it is for our children. All right. So this was a great question, y'all. I didn't even expect this video to be as long, but I got more downloads about how to express what to express in this video. And so this was a great question. Keep the questions coming. Listen, move makers are action takers. Okay. Move makers are action takers. And listen, if you're going to take action as a result of this video, I'm curious to know what action step you're going to take. So go ahead and comment down below. Ask your questions also down below if you want to do that. You can also find some information in the description box so that you can get more information and just get support as you are on this journey of co-parenting. Thank you so much for your attention to this video, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Share it with a loved one, a family, a friend, whoever, and come back, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.